So, you recently bought a Pokemon trading card that was graded, and now, all of a sudden, you've decided you want to crack it out of its graded slab. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to do that in a few easy steps. But before we get started, let's roll that intro. Hey Gengar Gang, what is going on? My name is Ryan, this is the Analytic Gengar, and welcome to another video. In today's video, friends, we are talking about how you go ahead and crack open some graded trading cards, and more importantly, what you can do with them after you get them out of these acrylic prisons. Now, obviously, there are a bunch of reasons why you might pick some of these up. Obviously, I'm a big PSA card collector, meaning I like PSA. I don't really have a preference for places like CGC, BGS, etc., right? However, in the past couple of years, with the spike in collectibles and their popularity, a lot of graded trading card companies have popped up. So, you have a ton of different companies now claiming to have years of experience. AGS claims to have AI that grades trading cards. So there are a bunch of different new companies out there that exist. And the problem is that whenever they grade trading cards, the value of the card really more often than not depends on the pedigree of the company. So of these that I have here, CGC is by far the most reputable. It's actually a rising star in my opinion of the space. However, all things considered, it's still not, some of the most popular grading card companies. I would believe, and I have seen data that backs the idea, that PSA cards, for whatever reason, still carry a premium on auction sites like eBay. So one of the reasons that I pick up these random assortment of slabs is because more often than not, I can crack these out, grade them with PSA, my preferred grading card company, and yeah, more often than not, they get basically the lateral grade. And obviously that comes down to part of judgment, but that's kind of why you would crack some of these slabs out. And also, just to annoy the CGC people, I'm gonna ruin the population of this card. But more importantly, if you wanted to break one of these, realistically, it's not that hard. Now, obviously, many of these slabs are slabs, so they are acrylic. They are really kind of hard to break. You can see here a tiny bit of flexion on this more cheapy slab. But I'm not breaking this with my hand. There's really no way. The only, however, two things that you actually need to break a PSA graded card or any graded card out of a slab is one of these, I'll call it Swiss Army knife / multi-tool setups. All you need is the pliers on this thing. If you have a knife, that also helps, but realistically, you could get a knife separately. All you need is a good pair of pliers. And then for your own protection, what I recommend is either wearing safety goggles or a Ziploc / hefty bag. The reason we're gonna do this, we're just gonna put the card in this thing and then break it with the pliers inside the bag. So if anything were to go flying, it doesn't, take an eye out. So the step and the process for this is super simple. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the hefty bag. I'm actually also gonna adjust this camera slightly so that you can really get a good look at what is going on. I'm gonna go ahead and put the slab inside of the hefty bag, so you can see right there it is. What I like to do is hold the bottom of the slab with my hand over the bag, and then right here where the label is where we are going to be breaking this. Now, it's very important that you never approach anywhere near the card. You always want to break it up here because every single grading company I've ever seen always puts the slab down, always puts the card down here and some type of, information up here. So you want to go right over here. It's okay if you, bend or destroy the label. The last thing you want to do, however, is bend or destroy the card, especially on a more expensive card. I usually grab with the thickest part of the pliers, and then what I just do is twist it a little bit and in this particular case, this is already done, believe it or not. So all it took was like a whopping few seconds. And you can actually see what has happened here is this slab didn't break, but instead it actually split right in the middle. So right here, you can see a nice little split. Now this is also part of the reason why you shouldn't trust every grading card company. Many companies have been found out to be able to tamper with the slabs, and what that means is that a slab may not always be what it appears to be. Now here is a point where you need to be very careful. If you are inserting a knife, obviously watch your hands. I've done this way more times, you know, than I care to admit, so for me it's kind of second nature with how this stuff works. And then just pull apart and boom, you heard right there, it broke. The seal is now broken, and all I need to do is kind of continue around this card, being very careful not to go anywhere near the actual card. And then once I'm comfortable, I can get my hand in there, or honestly I can just kind of jiggle the card out, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. One apparently graded 10 Pikachu card. And that is how you would break a card out of a graded slab. Now, immediately, I would probably recommend sleeving this card up. This card, apparently, again, got a 10 from Diamond Grading, so I don't necessarily know how true that is, or even what grade it will get, but sometime in the future, when I do get these cards back, I will definitely circle back and you know, let you know what PSA grade they got. Obviously, tons of people have tons of different opinions on what cards get what grades with what companies and what kind of influences that on any given point in time. I try not to care too much. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that in there, and there you go. One card ready for grading. Obviously, we're gonna put that in a semi-rigid holder, but you know, different story for a different day. And here is what the slab ends up looking like. Now, in addition to doing what I just did on screen, the other thing you could theoretically do is cut the slab right here. Of course, there is always a risk of the slab breaking, so you do want to be mindful of something like that. Breaking a slab can be very dangerous, not only to the trading card, but primarily to you, the human, who has very soft and squishable eyeballs that can be very easily lacerated with shrapnel acrylic. So do be mindful of that. Now, to wrap up today's video, I'm going to do another one of these guys. We just did a random no-name one, so let's do the CGC just to piss somebody off. So here is a beautiful Dark Magician girl. You may have seen this on my recent mail day video. So here you go. Now, I will say CGC slabs are very pretty. They're very clear, so I give them that much. They're, shockingly like clear and pretty and very good looking, very good looking. So all things considered, it's a shame to kind of see something this good looking break, but if you want the PSA grade, you gotta, you kind of gotta do what you gotta do. Now, the exact same process holds true regardless of the type of slab. I cannot stress that enough. Different slabs you will find will break differently, so don't be afraid. Just because, the CGC one shatters at the corner doesn't mean you did anything wrong. It just means it's broken, and you now need to exercise a little bit of care and caution when getting the card out. Same principles hold true though, right? So we're gonna put the card in the hefty bag. We're gonna reach in with the pliers, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna grab a corner and then kind of twist and turn until something happens. That one I'm gonna put down flat, and believe it or not, nothing happened there. So I'm gonna try that again. And there you go. So I'm gonna just dust that off really quickly. I'm gonna finish this one up, believe it or not, off camera, and the reason that is because I don't want to keep you guys much longer. However, I do want to show you the real value and importance of the hefty bag along this process. So you can actually see right here these pieces of acrylic, and this is brutal. Like, I'm gonna try to get this to focus. That's pretty sharp. If that goes in your eyeball, it's not going to be cute. So always remember, friends, when you are doing this type of stuff, it is so important to wear eye protection, or make sure you are protected in some way, shape, or form. Even if this stuff just falls on the floor and you are barefoot or in socks, this can cause a pretty nasty cut. Don't be that silly. Definitely make sure you're taking necessary care and precautions. One of these is like 30 cents. Your eyes are quite literally priceless unless you're on the black market, in which case I'm sure someone's offering a good penny for them. However, all things said, that is how you break a graded card slab, and you can go ahead and get the card that is inside out to get either regraded or graded across a different company if you didn't want to do it as a reslab or as a cross grade. But with all that said, friends, thanks again for checking out another video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and hey, consider subscribing if you're not already. Other than that, thanks again for watching, and we will talk soon. Peace.